he was just like always like fucking around, like texting girls behind my back and like being sketchy. And he used to text in his group chat with his friends like all this shit about how he wanted to fuck. I'm not going to say her name because respect. This very specific I mean, he would say it about so many women, but he was obsessed with this one girl, and the whole thing was that like she was not hooking up with people on campus. And so he always wanted her. He would say like really gross things about like her body and like how much he wanted her, and just being gross guy. And I'd always be like, I'm dating like this person, and I was friends with this girl. And then so a month before I broke up with him, I went to a different state for my cousin's wedding, and she was a year older than me, so she already graduated and she was living in this state that I was visiting. And she was like, oh, like let's grab drinks, you're in town, like whatever. So I like do the wedding and I go and I grab drinks with this person, and we're like just chit-chatting about college and stuff. Like we're doing like a ton of coke and like drinking whatever, and we go back to her place and we hooked up.
Amazing. Hello, welcome to Yenta Podcast, the podcast where I'm going to get everybody's juicy, dark secrets. Today on the podcast, wow, I am so grateful. We have an amazing comedian and just a hilarious person, and so awesome, and I'm so excited to hang out with you. Everybody give it up for Motti.
Thank you so much. Oh, pause for sound effects.
Yeah,
okay. Great. Thank you so much.
Motti, thanks so much for being here. Tell me about you. You're a comedian. I'll let you say it.
I'm a comedian. I'd say I'm a comedian last. Producer first, writer first, social media dude first. I just am nervous using comedian, and then people come see me, and I'm in my first. I actually just celebrated my first year in stand up, so thank you. I'm very, very new, but yeah, I mean, I've been doing content creation for 3 years, and in both like a job way and a fun way. I'm 6 months into producing a monthly variety show. I produce a bi-monthly queer comedy show as well.
Plug it.
It's called Motti's Big Gay Talent Show. It's a variety show. It happens the last Saturday of every month in Bushwick. And we have poetry, music, comics, impressions, all that fun stuff.
It's blowing up on Instagram.
Yeah, it does pretty really well. Cool. Well, we book some... it's only me. I booked some awesome fucking talent.
Yeah, you do.
It was basically the solution of me finding really cool queer and trans community online during the pandemic when I came out as trans and stuff like that, and making these connections to awesome people, moving back to New York and moving to Bushwick and wanting to turn that like virtual space into a IRL space, and that's like directly the product of that.
I love that because I feel like that's, before we started recording, like that's how I feel about this podcast. I'm like, I just want to do it to meet cool people. Yeah. Like, and it's been so awesome. Like, cause no one wants to talk to you when you're just a person, but on a podcast, they're like, what's up?
Yeah.
And
cameras rolling.
Yeah.
Even
if I don't post it anywhere, that's the beautiful thing, even though I will.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I think, yeah, I'm just selfishly doing it. But I also think that's a cool thing because, like, I love creating the shit that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like you're doing with your talent. Like, creating a community that I want to be in that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah. And the thing is like, a lot of the stuff with, like, Brooklyn alt comedy is, like, a lot of people, like, look like me and, like, look like you, and they're, like white, mask-presenting, like, straight-sized handsome people, and then it's like, give them all the stage time, and it's like, other people exist. And so yeah, like providing that space and like doing, and also like producing is so much fun. Yeah. I love the organization of it, and what I've learned is other comics do not. When I book a comic,
or they're shitty at it.
Well, yeah, and if you don't like it, you're going to be shitty at it.
Yes.
I like it and I'm good at it.
Damn.
Because it's rewarding to me. I don't know.
I like producing, and I think I'm good at it, but I'm tired. Like, it just, like you were saying, you also do so many things.
Yeah, I'm always doing something.
Yeah. How do you handle all the producing and all the things that you're doing outside of like the things that you're doing to live?
Yeah. So struggling to pay rent.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just make time for it. I don't sleep a ton. I never have. I'm just like not good at it. And I just like intentionally make time. I don't know. I'm on my subway commute to my 9 to 5 in Soho, I'm sending out producer emails for a show that's a month out. I'm DMing people to book them on the show. I'm doing my crossword.
Yeah.
I'm posting a clip on Instagram, and I'm answering emails about brand partnerships. And then I get to work at 9 a.m. and I have a work day.
I already had a whole job.
Yeah.
Do you do work at work? Because I do that too.
Like I used to.
At my job, I'm like editing clips. Don't listen. I hope my manager's
I used to. I just started a new job last week, and it's like a more startup, so I don't have any time to be doing that. But I used to, yeah. When the like time.
Yeah, I guess
permitted.
when you get more comfortable with this job,
maybe
then you'll have more time to do. Is it in person?
It's hybrid. It's in person, but they give us like today I work from home.
Yeah. So when I work from home, I'm cutting clips.
Yeah, I think
editing.
they expect you to do that.
Okay, cool.
I think.
But I'm not, if my manager was listening to this, I've never done that.
Never.
At this job. Just in the past.
Yeah.
In the past, I've done that.
High school.
Yeah. When I when I was blowing up on Instagram during high school.
Were you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. In high school, I was like an Orthodox religious girl in like an all-girls school.
Yeah.
And was very... Actually, Instagram came out when I was in high school.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All the filters.
Yeah, I remember that. Do you remember your first Instagram picture?
I think it was like my cat.
Yeah, and like a crazy level of filter.
Crazy level of filter, crazy hashtags, and also I think one of the first Instagram posts that I have is the crackle nail polish. Do you remember that? You would like paint your nails like purple, and then you would paint this specific like crackle nail polish over it, and it just like the way it interacted with the air. No, it like crackled. Oh, like as if it was like you chipped paint.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah,
nail polish.
Yeah,
yeah.
No, it didn't make a sound.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Do you understand the concept?
I think I do. I think it's like when you have like a leak running through your wall.
Yeah.
And it just
chips away.
Yeah, it chips away.
Yeah.
I never did that.
Yeah.
But seems cool. Love that.
Yeah, it was cool. So I have a memory of that. Yeah. You know, I was going to disclose to you that I'm not Jewish when you reached out to me to do this, but I was like, they know. But some people think that I'm Jewish.
Well, Motti is like a Jewish
boy's name. Yeah, I've learned it's like short for Mordecai.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is what I've been told, which means to never die.
Mordecai. I have no idea. You're more Jewish than me.
I'm an Italian New Yorker, and I feel like there's a lot of overlap that happens there.
You're literally basically Jewish. Like you talk like this.
Sometimes it comes out when I'm angry.
I'm holding my hand like an Italian.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You got it. Yeah,
it's the emoji also now that I love using ever since I went to Italy.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
where'd you go in Italy?
I went to the south of Italy for Passover.
Mm-hmm. As people do. Where? You can't just give me a region and explain.
Ashea.
Okay.
It was like
I spent some time in Italy.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like an hour south of Salerno.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Most of my time I've spent in northern Italy.
Yeah, that's the better part, except for Sicily, because that's where White Lotus was filmed.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that show?
I have.
Such a good show.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting distracted, which is what all good Jews and Italians do. Am I right? Yeah, we love non-Jews on this podcast because it's like, okay, this is Yenta. Do you know what Yenta means?
I do.
Yeah. Explain to the listeners.
Yenta means gossip.
Yes. Hell yeah. The point of Yenta is actually like a derogatory word.
Never mind, I never said that.
It's a slur.
I get canceled.
Yeah. How dare you? Yeah. No, but it's like, it's not, it's a little bit, it's like, oh, you're being a Yenta, you know?
Oh, so it's a noun.
It's actually a noun and a verb.
Okay.
In the most beautiful, ridiculous way. Yeah. And it's like an old Yiddish word.
Yeah.
You know Yiddish.
Yeah. Well, is it problematic if sometimes when I'm stressed I go, oy vey?
How dare
is that
you
bad?
Appropriate it? I hope everyone in the world when they're stressed goes, oy vey.
Yeah, I do.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
And I hope everyone also eventually learns what a Yenta is and starts using it in conversation because of this podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, it means a gossip, and I'm just kind of like, fuck it, I'm taking that word back, you know, like reclaiming Yenta. Mm-hmm. And when we Yenta on this podcast, we're not assholes in the way we Yenta. It's more just like, tell me about you.
Yeah.
Tell me what's going on. And then like, you know, no one shares secrets that they don't consent to sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now tell me everything right now.
I'm such an open book. You can ask me any question and I would answer it full honesty.
Yeah, it's actually an interesting thing to do, like a secret podcast for comedians.
Yeah, because we can't. I was at my girlfriend's before this, and I was like, I don't know, but like I can't. Like I don't have secrets. I don't shut the fuck up. I don't know. Can I curse?
Oh,
okay. I'm like, I don't shut.
How dare you assume that you can't curse?
I don't know. You got kids watching this.
Oh yeah, all my youth fans. I actually do. Well, like when do you look at your analytics for your, your
every
socials?
once in a while.
I'm sure you do. You're like, that's like your job.
Yeah. For others. Yeah.
Right. How much of your audience is like under 17?
Not many at all.
Yeah. Maybe
what's
what's the max? What's like the?
I can pull it up, but probably like 2% or less. There's like no way.
Oh no, I mean like what's like your demo?
Oh, I think it's like 20 to 45, like that range. Some more older folks than younger folks for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, older women love me. And I love them.
I love that. Hello, older woman. Like, is it like older woman in like the Florida retirement home?
No, more like older women in like Ohio who like just came out as bi to their husband, but they're still happily like he's okay with it.
Yeah.
But like allowing her to explore gay people on the internet, like that kind of vibe.
Oh, just on the internet, but not like in real life.
I don't know what they're doing in their relationship. All I know is
That's so much fun.
Yeah, and then like a lot of LA and New York.
Yeah.
And like some international, a lot of Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I randomly get India.
Oh.
I have no idea why.
Yeah. Well, they don't have TikTok in India.
Oh, so they have.
So they push
have
to
use
your Instagram. Maybe,
to all my Indian listeners, you are welcome. Thank you for being here. Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah.
What's your relationship to social media as a social media star?
Please don't call me that. Please don't call me that.
As a nano influencer icon.
My relationship is interesting. I hate it and I love it. Yeah. I'm not going to be up here like social media sucks. I hate it. It's so cringy because it's provided me so many opportunities and you can't say that like it hasn't. My growth on social media was not intentional. I just started posting in pandemic on TikTok. I was like one of the last people to download TikTok. I was like, fuck this. Mm-hmm. But right before the pandemic happened, I was bartending in grad school and me and my coworkers wanted to learn the Renegade, like while we were closing.
What's the Renegade?
Like
the dance?
Renegade.
Oh, see, I don't know. That's how bad I am at TikTok.
It was like one of the biggest like TikTok dances in like 2019.
Totally. My favorite TikTok.
Yeah, this was like January 2020.
Can you do it for us right now?
I don't remember it. It's a lot of like, this is definitely, but that was like this. Right?
You're doing it.
This is in it. My favorite part was, that was cool.
Nice. Is it like lesbian fuckboy energy on TikTok? Was that your thing?
No, it was like,
because I found you through your hilarious "What's Up, Dog."
Oh, thank you.
Clip.
Divided the community there with that one.
Really? Was there controversy?
The community, just meaning the people who have watched it, not necessarily. Well, people were like, I would walk out of the room if that ever happened to me, and I'm like, I'm gonna send a direct message to the audience. Yeah. Comedians lie to you. I never fucking said that to anybody. I never said that to somebody.
Well, it was so beautiful. Your delivery was so beautiful. Thank you.
I did say it to, and I just like improv. That was like a host said. I did say it to my girlfriend. I did say like, haha, it would be funny if I said this, and she was like, hilarious, because I'm dating someone who's not white. And the reason I made that joke is the person before me is a gay Asian man who had a whole bit about, who's hilarious, Alex Kim, follow him, but has a hilarious bit about like white guys saying white things in bed, which would like, don't mind if I do, like shit like that.
That's so
and yeah, and so I threw it in there. But yeah, people were like, I would have left, and some people were like, women aren't funny, and I'm like, good thing I'm a man.
Oh, dude, I get so many of those.
Yeah.
Do you get women coffee?
What's that? I buy women coffee sometimes. No,
I love when I get women coffee.
Yeah,
I get women coffee all the time.
Yeah.
No, it's this comment that like the incels use that like they just do women and then the coffee emoji.
No, what does that mean?
And it's just like women. It literally means no, it's just like
oh, is it kind of like women?
That's
like that.
Yes.
Oh, gotcha.
And it comes from a clip that the guy does that.
Oh,
and that's how they come.
Got it. Okay.
And I think I'm spreading awareness about this.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I'm spreading awareness about the incel community.
Yeah.
In case there's any incels out there that want to get on that trend.
I don't.
But it's helpful to me because once they find you and they decide to come at you, you get so many comments.
They find each other. Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
So much engagement.
People would be like, nobody thinks this is funny. I'd be like, tell it to the 2 million views
on
Instagram, which is like impossible to do. So I'd be like, look at which is like, I shouldn't even engage with them, but I'm like, I don't care. Like, you don't think
do you?
Sometimes if I want to be petty, if somebody wants to say something really nasty, I'll be like, I'm sorry. Instagram is paying me for you to comment on this video right now.
Are you getting, do you
I monetize, but like that one wasn't monetized.
Yeah.
Which it probably wouldn't have blown up the way that it did if it was monetized because they would have suppressed it. Exactly. So it's fine.
That's why I'm not putting on anything. That's why I haven't been doing the monetization.
I think that they're taking away monetization actually.
Because you don't even... I've seen people that do it and they get so little money that it's like not even worth it.
I was getting like $100 to $150 a month and I was like, that's a little... It's
a nice...
A couple dinners.
Nice, yeah.
That's Taco Bell a couple nights. I'm poor.
That's like 10
I'll
orders of Taco Bell.
I'll take... Not if you're Uber eating.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
What was the original question?
I just, I don't know. We were talking about your what's up. Your what's up.
Yeah. My relationship to social media.
Yeah.
It's gotten me so many opportunities and I've met so many cool people and I wouldn't have discovered myself as much if I didn't have the access to people during the pandemic about other people being very vulnerable, and then I got to be very vulnerable and provide that to other people, and I think that's a beautiful gift to receive and to give. And but it is a very nasty place sometimes, and as a comic, you know, I have conversations with comics who are like, oh, like now I got to post a clip to be funny. And I'm like, I do agree with that frustration. And also I'm new. So if you're like a seasoned comic, you've been doing this for 10 years, I totally get why you would hate it. But also like a job is a job and you got to do what you got to do. Like it's 2023. Like you got to do what you got to do to
make
get
money.
the numbers. And like I book people when I see their funny reels. Like why wouldn't I book you? Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of have to use it.
Yeah.
If you're starting out within the last like 5 years, I think you kind of need it to do anything at this point.
Unless you don't have like other like avenues, like I don't have other avenues to like network connections to like SNL. You know what I mean? Like I don't
SNL. If you're watching this,
hey Lauren,
what's up? Actually, Lauren does watch this. I can tell you, it's crazy.
Is Lauren
all the time?
Michael's Jewish?
I don't think so. Otherwise, I would be on the show already. It's not a very Jewishy name. I don't know, Michael's.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do Jewish names sound like?
Motti. Motti is a Jewish name. I booked Motti because I thought they were Jewish.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, that's not true. I booked you because I think you're hilarious and funny.
Thank you.
And I love like the queer energy that you give.
Oh yeah.
That you just like, hey mamas, but not really.
I swear to God. I'm not a hey mamas.
Listener, do you think they're hey mamas?
You can write in. The address is no, I'm just kidding.
P.O. Box.
It's okay if you think that I'm a hey mamas, but like I am like consistently getting my heart hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you said that was so real. And
because I'm so real. Like I'm a tender little baby.
Yeah.
I've fucked up and I've fucked girls over for sure, and I've broken hearts and I've made mistakes, but like I am not a hey mamas. I'm a tender boy.
Tender boy.
Yeah.
Do you like boy B-O-I or B-O-Y?
Either or.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have a preference. What is your dream?
Like career?
Mm-hmm.
I would say I want to make TV. TV is my most favorite thing in the world. When I was like the most depressed in my like youth, like I grew up, speaking of SNL, like I grew up as a kid like this close to the TV watching SNL.
Yeah.
And I memorized like mad TV skits that I will not do in the year 2023 because
canceled.
Yeah. But I like that, and then like just like all throughout my life, like the amount of TV that I consume, I just want to be a part of it. I want to be in the writer's room. I want to be a TV producer. But I want to be in a writer's room speaking of writers, support the WGA
pre-WGA, right?
Support your writers.
Strike.
It is really cool what everybody's doing because it is bullshit with everything that's going on, but still I do that's the dream. I would love to do that.
Do you want to write for SNL, or are you like, I want to make my own shit?
I want to make my own shit. I mean, I know people who write for SNL, and they're some of the coolest fucking people I've ever met. But I wanna make something new. Yeah. I don't know what exactly though. But I want to make stories about like queer and trans people that have nothing to do with their trauma, that have nothing to do with politics, and has everything to do with like them being human and making mistakes and like being silly and shit like that.
I know that's like a thing that people talk about a lot. I want to make queer stories about queer trauma.
You do? Okay, yeah.
Because that's like my experience.
Yeah. Well, you have a very specific trauma. Yeah.
I have a specific trauma.
You're so niche.
Oh my God, stop.
I mean, I have trauma. Most of my trauma is not linked to my queerness, though.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
They just went.
Thank you. Sorry, I'll do it again.
Yeah, perfect.
I support that and I consume that, but I don't know.
But there needs to be other stories too.
Like like if I could, I would make a girls, but everybody's trans, but everybody's still has to be annoying and awful. Like, let trans people be annoying and awful.
Yes,
but just not in the way that Finley is.
Right. Oh, Finley and the L Word. Yeah. Are they I haven't seen them.
No, queer. They don't identify as trans, but queer, yeah.
Yeah, queer people.
I'm just making a joke. Everyone compares me to Finley.
Oh.
Which I'm like, they're hot. She's hot, so.
That's a huge compliment.
I think so.
I think, like, she's the hot, like, she's my crush in the show.
Oh, yeah?
For sure.
Do you like Mask?
I just like her energy.
Yeah.
But I don't really have a specific type.
Yeah.
I guess.
Me neither. Well, yeah.
What?
I don't have a type, but I do like femme.
Okay.
But like
then you do have a type.
But outside of that, I don't have like a physical type, no.
Right. Yeah, when I wonder if this is when I first came out, I was more into masks, and then the last person I dated was like super femme.
Yeah, me too. When I first came out, it was strictly only I was high femme.
Yeah.
And I was only hooking up with like very like like not like dominatrix, like dominant, like alpha, like
Mama's
butch
boys.
Lesbian.
Mom.
What?
Hey, mama. Mama's boys.
I used to hook up with Mama's boys, and that's why I don't hook up with boys anymore. But I didn't feel safe around them. Like a lot of my like early queer experiences, like I was made to feel like a stupid little baby gay, and like I was like, fuck this. Yeah.
Okay, so then now would you date a baby, like a straight, like someone who's straight but like just came out, like baby gay, but like baby gay? I'm 26. I don't date younger than 24. Nice.
Preferably not younger than 26.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, like I guess that's happening where people are coming out, but they at least like are aware of the world. Mm-hmm. I don't think that there's like a measure to like the legitimacy of a level of queerness, but yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I date a lot of bi girls, like as a non-binary person, like having a girl that will like suck your tits and tell you they want to suck your dick like in the same breath is like, that's pretty dope. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, like bi girl, like stop the biphobia. Well, because if they're bi, they usually like dick and tits.
Yeah.
I've got both of those things. So it works out in my favor.
Say that loud and proud into the mic.
I have huge tits, and sometimes it catches people off guard.
Are you trying to get top surgery?
I am trying so hard to get I actually just registered with my new job, registered for health insurance today, and they provide gender affirming care, so it's around the corner.
Hell yeah.
And I'm actually, should I tease it here? I came up with what I'm gonna do for like my fundraising. So like I know I could post something on Instagram and like raise the funds. I don't want to do that though. I want to like put on an event. So I'm putting on a roast, and it's going to be called Roast My Tits Off.
I love it.
I don't know when it's going to be. I don't have a date yet, but that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to invite the comics in my life to come roast me. And then people, because I have people who probably want to roast me around the world, around the country at least.
Of course.
Around the world.
Your fans.
I'm going to like have people, my like friends be surrogates so that people can roast me like virtually. Like they can send in their roast and other people will read them.
It for them.
But I think that that's a fun way to like raise money and
yeah. And say goodbye to the titties.
Yeah.
Tatas. Titty to tatas.
Yeah, tata to the tata.
Tata. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's and then you'll make money.
Yeah.
You'll even make like more money.
Yeah, and then hopefully I can distribute that.
Doing that than like just fundraising on Instagram.
I think so. I don't know.
Sick. Well, you could do both.
It depends on like what the venue I get, if I have to pay them. Yeah, but then anything over what I need, I'll just redistribute to like mutual aid funds.
So nice.
Yeah.
Claps for that. We have such a generous queer over here.
That's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I know. So
That's also why I don't want to just post on Instagram, because mutual aid is not for me.
No.
I'm an employed white person. Like the system wasn't built for me, rightfully so. So yeah.
Was built for you, or
no,
wasn't built?
Well, many systems were, not the mutual aid one.
Yes, not that.
Yeah.
Totally. 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. Good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam. Claps to Sam, our producer. Sam Katz, hire them for all your producer needs.
Nice.
Yeah. It just turned around. Yes. Okay, we can get into our little secrets.
Yeah, let's do it.
Our little secrets. Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
I have an old secret.
Good.
I don't have I speak so openly that I don't have a lot of like present day secrets. So I'm going to tell you a secret from college. I've never told this on air before.
You've never told anyone in your whole life?
No, I've told people. Oh yeah, no, never. No one ever. No.
Yeah.
So So I dated a guy for 3 years in college, my entire like sophomore to senior year, up until a month before my graduation. And in that relationship, whatever, he was a kid, I was a kid, but like, always like ogling at other girls. People would come up to me at parties. He's cheating on you. He also just like wasn't very nice. But it was college. I was in a sorority. He was in a fraternity. Very different people.
That's so funny.
And
sorority.
I know. And
oh, you're so cool. I could never be cool enough to be in a
I was
sorority.
president of all of the sororities on my campus.
Shut the fuck up.
And I was vice president of my Jewish sorority.
What?
Well, most fraternity organizations are Jewish because of, well, if you just look at the history of Greek life, it's finding belonging where you're being marginalized. So like traditional American universities were marginalizing women, Jewish people, black people, people of color. And so they created their own organizations. And that's kind of how the Greek life outside of the like white traditional ones grew.
Damn. And you were the vice president
of my chapter of like my very small school.
Was it API?
No, API is a frat.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
See, I tell
SDT.
Yeah. SDT.
Mm-hmm.
Sororities. Yes.
Yeah, we just like smoked a lot of pot.
Where was that?
Oswego, upstate New York.
Oh, okay. Sick. I went to Hunter.
Oh.
In the city.
Yeah.
On the Upper East Side.
You guys did not have frat life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like the frat people were like lame. Like
no
one did. Like it was like very rare to find frat or sorority people. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so he was just like always like fucking around, like texting girls behind my back and like being sketchy. And he used to text in his group chat with his friends like all this shit about how he wanted to fuck. I'm not going to say her name because respect. This very specific he would say it about so many women, but he was obsessed with this one girl, and the whole thing was that like she was not hooking up with people on campus. And so he always wanted her. He would say like really gross things about like her body and like how much he wanted her, and just being gross guy. And I'd always be like, I'm dating like this person, and I was friends with this girl. And then so a month before I broke up with him, I went to a different state for my cousin's wedding, and she was a year older than me, so she already graduated and she was living in this state that I was visiting. And she was like, oh, like let's grab drinks, you're in town, like whatever. So I like do the wedding and I go and I grab drinks with this person, and we're like just chit-chatting about college and stuff. Like we're doing like a ton of coke and like drinking whatever, and we go back to her place and we hooked up.
Amazing.
Which, yes,
Wait,
that
with
makes...
your boyfriend there?
No, I cheated on him technically.
Yeah.
Which, like, I do this because it was a month before I broke up with him. He definitely cheated on me multiple times in that relationship.
Did you get that? Did you find out after? Or you're just assuming?
I knew. People would like come up to me and be like, blah, 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 was with this girl. Like, he also made out with a girl I bartended in college, and he would come and get like free drinks at the bar that I bartended at. And like one time, like, made out with a girl while I was behind the bar, like on the clock. I'm like, are you kidding?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's fucking toxic. Wow.
Yeah. And so.
And now he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm sure he's doing fine.
Now he's the president of Goldman Sachs.
I'm sure he is. And so, so that I went and I hooked up with her, and he always really wanted to and couldn't because she didn't want him, but she wanted me.
Hell yeah.
And I broke up with him when I got back, and yeah, that's my gossip. Kind of like it's a redemption story. It is a justice. It's a queer
cheating
story.
Was that your first time?
No, I did not have sex with her, so I don't want to like spread rumors. We hooked up, very heavy petting, but like, but yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So it was like,
it wasn't the first time.
He was like, you can't get her, but I can. Bro.
I didn't like go into getting drinks with her thinking it would happen, but it happened, and I was like, oh my God, poetic justice. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you tell him?
No.
Oh man.
No. I just broke up with him.
To this.
This is exactly his type of podcast.
It's Dykey
the Joe
Jewish
Rogan podcast. Yeah. He loves this shit. No, he blocked me on everything, but he still looks at my LinkedIn, and I don't think he realizes that you get notifications when I broke up with him. Yeah. I long distance broke up with him, and he blocked me on everything immediately, which is like, protect your peace, king. Yeah. But yeah, he looks at my LinkedIn.
Does he still do it?
It probably has been like maybe a year since the last time he did it, but yeah.
LinkedIn is such a special kind of stalking.
Well, because you get a notifications. It says
when someone
blank blank.
But you can turn that off.
Maybe he still looks and just can't see it.
He maybe he's smartened up.
Yeah, he must love my pride banner that I have on LinkedIn.
I always wonder, because I also dated a guy for a long time.
Yeah,
and I always wonder what he thinks of like my queer, like
he probably
how gay
hates
I
it.
am now. Well, or he likes, or he thinks it's fun.
Oh, like in a porn way? Or?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he's like I Googled this shit.
Yeah. Like, wow, they're hot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's cool.
Did
you look like this when you were dating him?
I looked even dykier, if you can imagine.
No.
I look like you.
No.
Yeah.
While you were dating him?
It's kind of crazy.
With like a fade?
I swear to God. I went to a barber in Crown Heights called Sheer Madness. I got a 1 fade. And we were all like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, this is normal.
Yeah.
Well,
he's bisexual now.
He's super gay, actually.
Yeah. Is he?
No. That would cool. Yeah, because he was like basically fucking a dude for a long time.
Yeah.
No, he's actually a really nice guy, and he was super supportive.
Oh, that's so nice.
Of everything.
Yeah.
Even when I looked like so dykey, he was like, whatever you want. Yeah. Like, I support you.
That's
I was
nice.
Also, we were open, and I was like fucking girls on the side.
Nice. Did he know that?
Dating, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we spoke about it.
So you were out as bi with this?
I was out as bi.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But that leads, your secret reminded me of a fun secret. Yeah. That's like actually kind of similar.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to like think about how to preface this, because I've also never told this story to anyone in my whole life. We're definitely not on the air.
This is live. No, is this not live?
Yeah, it's live.
No, okay.
It's a Saturday Night Live. Streaming right now. Lauren's in the back.
Yeah.
That's actually Lauren. It wasn't Sam the whole time.
Looks just like him.
Yeah. I had an ex-boyfriend from high school, and he was an asshole. Like, he's like kind of sounds like you're the boyfriend that you just talked about. And in college, one of my close friends started dating my ex from high school. Yeah. So that was kind of like a shitty thing for her to do.
Yeah.
But if you're listening, now she's married with a kid, with 2 kids, to someone else.
She's punished enough.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We got her good. Don't we? We got. Yeah, so she started dating my ex from high school.
Okay.
Well, I was dating my college boyfriend.
Okay.
Are we following?
Yeah.
Okay. I was upset that she started dating this ex from high school because I was like, he's like not nice to me, whatever. After they dated for 2 years, after they broke up, me and my current boyfriend, around that time, were having threesomes with a lot of women in my life.
Yeah.
It was just
like friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like you ride like.
I'm a threesome king. I love Yeah. You're good.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
I love group sex.
That. It's insane.
Yeah.
Now I know. Yeah, I was trying to get my ex to have a threesome with whatever. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But yeah, we were just like it was such a beautiful time because we would all just like it was college. We all lived in the same dorm. We would just we would just be like, hey, hop on over. Anyway, after she broke up with my ex from high school, you know where this is going?
I have an idea.
Me and my boyfriend were like, hey, what's up? So then we had a threesome with me and my current boyfriend had a threesome with my ex-boyfriend's ex-girlfriend.
Was it like a hate fuck for you? Were you still mad?
No, I wasn't mad, but I was in my head. I was like, "This is sick."
Yeah,
it's like such a big fuck.
I could see it. That is like, Does he know? High school boy,
I think he does know.
Yeah,
I think I didn't tell him. I think his ex, my friend, told him after, and he was very upset.
Okay, well,
understandably.
No. What right does he have?
None.
Yeah.
He has zero rights.
Yeah.
I own him now.
Yeah.
And I was like such like a fuck you.
Yeah.
And I think she also got in her fuck you.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
And the sex was pretty good too.
Can I ask a question about your threesome?
Please.
When you were having threesomes with your ex-boyfriend, because all of my threesomes, so it's funny, with that same college ex-boyfriend that I had, I was like, listen, like, clearly you're horny, like, let's have a threesome, like, let's do it. My only rule is that, like, I don't want you to penetrate her. Like, she can suck your dick, hand stuff, like, whatever. I was just like, me and him didn't really use condoms, so I was just like, let's just like not do that.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, then I don't want to do it. What's the point? And I'm like, you're an idiot. You could be getting your dick sucked by so many people,
by multiple
at the
women
same time. Like, you fucking idiot.
Maybe he's gay. There's like too many women. That's really
I don't know.
Nuts.
I think and so most of my threesomes that I've had have been like with women or like with couples. Yeah. And so
like you were the third.
I'm often the third.
Yeah.
Or the fifth.
Hell yeah.
Which has happened a couple times.
Yeah.
In the five sum. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I've done like two couples and so my question to you is like, you and your ex, when you're by, like, what was like, a lot of my sex is like, I wind up like fucking the girl and then the boyfriend's like, what'd you do there? Like, what move was that? Like, what fingers are you using right now? Or, like,
yeah.
You know, like the boy was like never participating. He was kind of just like taking notes.
That's hot. But that's when you were the third.
Yeah, for like couple. Yeah.
I will say at the time I was not as well versed in sex with women to be able to have like taught the guy anything. But it was still a lot of like the guy watching. Okay. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it was
a little a little bit of a performance.
No, it was more just like, I'm really enjoying this right now.
Cool.
And you don't really need to be involved in this.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
But yeah, now I feel like I could.
Teach a guy. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Now I feel like I could, but now I don't really have sex with guys.
Yeah, me neither. The last guy I had sex with, I pegged.
Hell yeah.
He wouldn't leave me alone. He wanted to fuck so bad. I'm like, I'm not a girl. I do not like men. I fuck girls with a strap on. He was like, you could do that to me. I was like, all right, let's go.
You have? Yeah, that's insane. Was that the only time you've done that?
That's the only time that I've pegged a man, yeah.
I've never pegged a man.
Yeah. I had a little bit of a crisis after it. It was like 2 years ago, and I was just like, does this mean I'm not a lesbian? Like, what does it mean for me? And then I was like, is it me exploring my transness?
Yeah.
And I mean, I got over it, but I was just like, what does this mean? And he like wanted to sleep over after. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but you have to go. Yeah. He was a random dude from a bar. It's not like it was like, you know, yeah.
How did you make that happen?
Exactly like I just said, he wouldn't leave me alone. He wanted to fuck, and I was like, listen, you don't want to fuck me. I don't want to fuck you.
Like, I just want to peg you. And then you went upstairs. Like,
we went across the street. It was like at the brewery that I was living at in Charlotte, across the street from my apartment building that I lived in. Yeah. I was like, you gotta go.
That's a good story.
We're not cuddling. That is a good, I guess that was like a good.
Okay, one day I'm gonna peg. I think I have to keep,
yeah.
I have to just do it.
People are so like freaked out about assholes. I think it's not that big of a deal.
I'm not scared of assholes. I think I'm just like scared of
men.
Yeah. I can't imagine myself being with a guy and being like, can I peg you?
Yeah.
But was he
his wanted
asshole
me to
just like ready?
Like, did he like bottom prep?
Yeah.
No.
That shit's hard to bottom.
Yeah. I don't know. Anytime I've ever provided anal.
Yeah.
Anytime I've ever
given your sweet.
Anytime I've ever penetrated in the rear, no one's ever done like a
lube.
No, there's always lube.
What do you do?
I never use lube when I do anal.
Go raw.
No, what the fuck is it called? You spoosh it up.
Oh, an
enema.
Enema, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Sorry. Do Jews say Jesus Christ?
How dare you? This is a Jewish podcast. My rabbi is listening.
Do Jewish people say Jesus Christ?
They
I forget
do.
what we believe in.
Yeah,
okay.
They do if they're like.
Is it
not
taking
that Jewish?
Is it taking the Lord's name in vain for y'all?
No.
Okay.
Because that guy's not the Lord. What? Jesus?
Yahweh.
Yeah. That's.
See, look, I'm. Wait,
know.
no, did I get it right?
Well, yeah. No,
okay,
that's yeah. I wouldn't say it because that's taking the Lord's name in vain, and I.
Oh shit. Okay, sorry.
No.
Okay.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I should just feel like.
Well, it's funny. I was in Catholic school, and you have to take every semester you have to take theology, which is the study of religion, but it was only the study of Catholicism. I think we spent 1 week on Judaism, 1 week on Buddhism, and then the rest was like memorizing the Bible. I'm like, this isn't theology, this is just Catholicism.
Yep. Because that's the only religion
that's
that
the
matters.
only religion. Yeah.
And you heard that on the Yenta podcast. Okay, wait, I want to go back to the group sex because have you, for me it was like a big college thing. And then it's been a minute since I've like done that.
Yeah.
Do you still do it? And if so, what do you do?
I haven't done it in a minute.
Yeah.
I would like to. I'm in like an open relationship and we're down to fuck. No. But I haven't done it in a while. It was very much grad school for me.
Okay.
Like grad school was like wild. I was just like doing ketamine and having threesomes.
Wait, what did you go to grad school for?
Public administration, local government management.
A lot
I was gonna like run for mayor.
Government officials.
It was actually like most of the social work program that I was fucking.
Oh, that makes sense.
We had like sister
worker.
programs. We were like in the same building. So like yeah. But I wasn't. It was like a small upstate New York town. There wasn't a lot to do other than ketamine and group sex. Yeah, so
that's the clip. There's nothing much else to do besides ketamine.
I actually have a
group
poem
sex.
that I wrote about it. I forget exactly how it goes. It's like a 3-line poem because I wrote poetry, but it's like really funny. It's something like, I like group sex. It's kind of just something I started doing in grad school, like ketamine. Like ketamine, eating Brussels sprouts, and eating pussy, or like something like that. Like that's the line, which I just butchered, but it's funny. I like it. It's a fun poem.
I feel like it's more of a spoken word energy poem.
yeah.
I need some snaps at the end.
Yeah, but how would I find them? It was like me and my first girlfriend in grad school were just like open, and she was bi, and so she'd have all these dudes she want to fuck, and I'd be like, all right, invite them over.
Nice.
Yeah,
and you're like, let me show you a thing or two about pleasing a lady.
Yeah, usually I would. No, that only happened really like the one time. It was New Year's and I got off a bartending shift, and my friends who are a couple had a hotel room across the street to like pregame this party that I was working, and so they were on Molly and they were like, Motti, like we're trying to find a third, like if you see a cute girl, like let us know. And I'm like, this person. They're like, no, the vibe's off. And then they're like leaving at like 3 a.m. I'm closing down the bar and they're like, all right, well, if you're not doing anything after this, you could come over, because it was across the street. And I was like, all right, got you crazy guys. Actually, they were my roommates at the time. And I was like, no, guys, that's crazy. And then I was like, I'm closing with the other bartenders. We're like taking shots and like smoking weed. And I'm like, well, I mean, why not? They're hot. So I called them. I'm like, offer still stands? They're like, yeah. So I go over across the street. They like give me the room number. I go up there and the three of us are standing in the room, and then the bathroom door in the hotel opens up, and another couple that I also know and friends with came out, and I was like, oh shit, guys, like, are they cool with me being here? Like, are they staying? And they're like, we told them you were coming over and they also want to fuck. Yes. And I was like, fuck.
What a setup.
Yeah.
They were trying to make,
I guess.
They were doing threesome energy.
Yeah.
Already.
They could have just told me. And
I
don't know. Like, they were all like on Molly. And so I was like, well, I'm catching up because I was drunk because we were drinking behind the bar, but we started with like, it was a full train. Like humans. Yeah. like we were all doing it, and then like it kind of like broke off into like little groups in like this double bed hotel room, and then it wound up being like, like I was fucking their girlfriends, and they were literally over my shoulder like, what'd you do there, like what was that, like they'd like hear her like moan and they'd be like, what was that?
Nice. Yeah,
so
straight dudes, take a lesson,
which is like
lesbians.
respectable. I mean, you hopefully you want to please your girl.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I'm some kind of like sex whatever, but like, I think I'm better than cis straight men. Yeah,
because I think they don't try.
Yeah,
like they don't think they have to. They're like,
yeah,
my dick is there.
Yeah,
but
it's a lot of work.
Which part?
Topping?
Yeah, that is. You got to be in shape.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't have a lot of stamina in me.
That shit's hard.
Yeah.
That's. How long do you?
How long do I have?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like,
it depends on like what I did that day.
Do you only top, or are you?
No, I absolutely bottom for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a joke in my stand up that I get fisted.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Because people don't expect that from me.
No.
Which is switch erasure. No,
I did erasure. Fisted where?
In my pussy.
Okay, I don't know.
I like anal, but
yeah.
I've never had more than a couple fingers in my ass.
Okay, a couple. Damn.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, some girls got small ass fingers.
That's true.
I am I can take and take.
Wow.
I use Super Plus tampons
I
and I bleed through them in an hour. Like I can, she's plentiful down there. Yeah.
That sucks. I have an IUD.
Oh.
No periods.
Are you going to get rid of that thing?
I feel like I beat biology.
Yeah.
Well, I just love not getting my period.
Yeah. Okay.
It's truly.
I don't know enough about IUDs to like convince you otherwise. So like, I'll just say good for you, man.
So great. But it's like it's also good for like gender shit. I feel like because I like lost.
because you don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's good and hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. We I think we should move to advice.
After everything that y'all have heard here tonight, you're like, I want advice from that person.
Yes. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Everyone listening is like, how do I have 5 group sex fisting? What?
You have to have a really good personality.
Yeah, and a cool backwards hat.
Well, I figured a frontwards hat. Oh my God, everyone just saw my hat here.
Yankees.
I don't know. Also, I'm a Mets fan. I just have this hat because I went to a Yankees game.
Traitor.
My parents are from Queens. I have to be a Mets fan.
Yeah.
All right, nobody.
But how do they feel about that fucking Yankees bullshit?
I think it's fine.
Okay, we have a clipboard of questions.
Okay.
That you submitted on Instagram. Do you
cool.
Do you want to pick a question?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to spend so much time looking over everything. Should I just do like...
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
wait, hold on. Where's the center? Okay. What That's mean?
That's a Jewish question. So let's
I'd
not
love
do
to
that
answer that one. Okay. Should moms try to date other moms, or will parenting styles clash too much? Oh, so like if you're a single mom dating it. I think it's just like any other relationship stuff is like make sure your values align and then you'll have a good relationship. Right? Like how is that different from dating a man or...
Yeah. I think it's like if a mom is more opinionated traditionally.
Do you think this is also a very Jewish leaning question?
Probably.
You said opinionated moms. I said Jewish.
What about Italians? Okay, wait.
I'm Irish Italian. I feel like I should disclose so I don't like leave out the Irish listeners.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one.
I can also answer that one.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Which one do you want me to do?
Yeah, do that one.
This one?
Yeah. All
right. I want to be poly, but my partner doesn't. Help. I'll say one thing and then I'll provide more context. Break up. But that is to be said. It's just like I feel like people see poly as like you want to fuck other people, but poly is like quite literally a lifestyle and consistent communication and consistent work and so much trust, and everyone does poly differently. But if your partner wants to be poly, I don't think that they're gonna change that. I've had situations where like people wanted to be like monogamous and that wasn't my vibe at the time, and they're like just like waited until that was going to change for me, and I was like very like that is not going to change. But like that's a value, that's an ideal, that's not just like I want to be able to fuck other people this week. So if your partner doesn't want to be poly, you're kind of left at a crossroads of like convincing them to be poly or sacrificing that about yourself, and you should never sacrifice something about yourself for a partner. And I think that like people think that you can sacrifice being poly because once again they reduce it to like you wanting to cheat or whatever, but it is so much work. I have so many poly friends. I'm like, you are putting in the work.
Are you, because you said you were open.
I'm open. I couldn't.
But you're not poly.
No, and I'm not poly because I know that I can't have multiple partners. I don't have enough hours in the day to give the people enough attention. But open to like go on dates and like do whatever you want. But that's what I would say. Yeah. It seems like you have differing values.
It's a biggie. It's not like
it is a biggie.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, they don't like to do the dishes. Maybe I'll get them to do the dishes better. Yeah. It's like, it's like an entirely different way to see the world. Yeah.
And I know people who are poly and their partners are not poly.
Oh.
Like I have a friend who has 2 partners but those 2 partners are monogamous with that one person.
Well, that's kind of saying that this could happen then.
It could, but work. I'm not saying that everyone in that situation is happy.
Yeah. Definitely, there's 2 people are miserable in that one. We won't say who it is.
Exactly, and one person's having the time of their life.
One person is getting laid, but in a totally consensual poly way.
So that would be my advice, is like have a sit down and see how unwavering those values are for you and reassess.
Yeah, I'm with you. What did you decide to be open versus poly at some point, or was it just like...
I've never tried poly. That's not to say I wouldn't ever try it. I'm an open dude, but I like open, and I think my first girlfriend ever introduced open relationships to me kind of saying this, which was like, Motti, like you and I, like we're going out to the bars, like whatever. I also like don't go out as much as I used to, but like when I was like 22, it was like, oh, like we're going out to the bars. You meet someone, you're vibing at the bar, you're dancing, you go in to kiss, and the only thing that's going to stop you from kissing that person is wait, I have a partner. Damn. Why would that be something that stops you from doing something you want to do? Like what actually is that? And then there's also talks of like having someone as property and like owning someone and whatever. And so she kind of gave it to me, like sex meant nothing to my ex, like casual sex. I mean, like she like it she didn't have to have an emotional connection to someone in order to enjoy sex with them, but making out was really intimate to her. To her, that's like something that you do with someone you're close. For me, making out means nothing. I could make out with everybody in a bar and be like, whatever, like whatever. Sex to me is more intimate. And so we had like a negotiation of like, she could fuck whoever she wants and I could make out with people at the bar if I wanted to. And then, we had like a lot of like threesomes.
That's so interesting.
Because it's, and and
so
we
your
still
rules
talk.
applied depending on what meant more to
Yeah,
you.
because it's about like your preference and like
Yeah.
what value. Like some people, I know people who like sex doesn't really like mean much. And so yeah, in this relationship that I'm in now, I think the openness was more of like, I think commitment was a little scary to them, and so being open was a way to make it a little less scary. So yeah.
How long have you been together?
Like 4 or 5 months, so it's new.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
But I love that commercial for being open.
it was just she said that to me, and I was like, "Whoa,
Genius!
you're so." Also, I will say I've been cheated on in every relationship I've ever been in, and so it's like people clearly want to fuck other people.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like people can be monogamous and people do it successfully, and that's fantastic. But like in my experience, everyone's always cheated on me. So it's like, why not just do it with open communication? Yeah.
Which you try to do.
And I'm a very communicative person. So like that is fun and fine for me.
No, I'm with you. I don't think people are meant to be monogamous.
Yeah.
Like
Don't marginalize your monogamous audience.
Oh my
members.
gosh, my monogamous. Please, I have 0 monogamous listeners.
There's a ticker for it on your demographics on your Instagram.
It's 18 to 24. Monogamous, poly, open, and threesome oriented.
Yeah, threesome oriented.
Okay, maybe we'll do one more question and then we'll wrap.
Okay, cool. Should Jewish lesbians only? No, I'm just
because they're kind of small. Oh, do this one if you can read it.
Why is there such a lack in queer women's spaces? Like, is this like the epidemic of like there's no lesbian bars in New York City? Okay,
I would guess. Also in LA, there's like.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I know that.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Also, like everyone's like, we hoe the bars. I'm like, I hate it there.
Yeah.
I'm like, someone is going to drug my drink.
Have you been to the WeHo bars?
Yes.
They're fun.
I've spent a lot of time in LA.
I love that. Why?
My 2 of my exes live there.
You were long distance?
Yeah.
That's rough.
I don't mind long distance. I'm like, I got all the space in the world because I'm busy. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
And as long as we're
maybe if
communicating.
you're open, I wouldn't mind.
Neither of those were open.
That would kill me.
Didn't stop me from getting cheated on.
Well, that's why.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say, I mean, hey, the society we live in is very patriarchal, and so like men are going to own. I mean, even like Ginger's is a fantastic lesbian bar that's owned by a man.
What?
A lesbian doesn't own Ginger's.
Fucking,
The Woods.
That makes sense.
The Woods is not owned by queer people.
The Woods is like just
the Woods is
lesbian
one night.
Yeah. I did not know Ginger's was owned by a man.
A gay man, I believe, a gay Irish man. I could be literally making that up, but I'm pretty sure it's like a nice older Irish gay gentleman.
I guess it's nice if he's doing something for the. Maybe he's taking a hit, but he's like, there needs to be more lesbian bars.
You know, yeah, like and gay men go there and AMAB people go there, but I would say it's just like in terms of like getting the funding to open a place, especially in New York or LA, like women aren't being paid fairly enough to collect the capital to buy a bar. I do know some places. I would say it comes down to that and like the audacity that like only usually white men have to open businesses. And another thing is I think that like there, and I'll just speak to like maybe this is less of this question, but like more of like the bar side of things is like queer culture is so centered around alcohol and partying. And there are queer women's spaces that exist, especially in New York, that have nothing to do with like going out, but a lot of people are disinterested in them because they're like, why do I want to go to craft club? It's like, well, not everyone drinks. And there are these spaces. I would say it comes down to like, yeah, like women don't have as much of an opportunity to be a business owner than men do. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think
like
this, what do you think about this?
Okay.
I feel like dykes are like no anti-capitalism.
Yeah.
So they don't want to work for the things that give them a lot of money, like finance or which is like values. But also no money.
For sure. You really said, "Wow, dykes don't want to work, don't want to get up and work anymore."
Dykes, why are you so lazy? No, dykes want to get off their ass and work.
Yeah, well, and I don't think I'm misspeaking when I say like Dave's lesbian bar is like a fantastic like space for like the Queens as in the location, not the Queens community, and it took them a ton of fundraising to get money to open up a physical bar.
I don't even know what that is.
Dave's Lesbian Bar is like a New York thing, mostly serving like Queens, like Long Island City, Astoria and stuff. And like they'll at like Bohemian, look at me plugging people. At like Bohemian, like beer garden, like they'll like have pop-up events where it's like very dyke and it's lesbian, but like they don't have, it's not Dave's bar. It's called Dave's Lesbian Bar, but it's at different bars because they were raising the capital to have
there's
a
something
physical
like that
space
in LA too.
But it's like one of the biggest community organizers, and like they had to scrape to get it. Yeah. So
I think lesbians and queer women and dykes should just make more money.
I think so too. Also,
should and just give money back to the community.
Yeah.
After we sell out.
That's another thing is like some of like the high class like rich lesbians are like, see ya.
Where'd they go? They're just like,
so the 1%. I don't, you know what I mean? They like the really rich, like the really, really, really rich ones.
I'm thinking of people, but I'm not gonna say it because I love them.
Oh yeah.
Like they definitely have enough.
They definitely have enough money
to make a bar.
And, make a lesbian so bar. Do the other ones. All of those other ones, but they're doing stuff on that team.
Are they?
I think so.
Okay. I don't know enough. I just want the.
It could be more community oriented.
Yeah, not for the rich lesbians.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? When we become rich lesbians, we're gonna give back to the community.
Yeah. We're gonna have threesomes with all of you guys.
Do you identify as a lesbian?
I do. People tell me I can't, but I do. They're like non-binary, and I'm like, I'm a dyke. I love being a lesbian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the term dyke.
It's like my gender and my sexuality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a good umbrella.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Motti, thank you so much.
Thank you for
being on the Enta podcast. You're so great.
Yeah, thank you.
And we have our first Italian
diversity.
Diversity
POC
guest on to the podcast, and it's been truly an honor. I hope you had fun. You're so great.
I had a blast.
What do you want to plug? Where can we find you?
Oh yeah,
Mr. Influencer.
Y'all
macro influencer.
Nano. Y'all can is the big one. You know this coding.
I know. You are in my head. You're a macro influencer.
You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at Emily P Motti. Do you want to guess what the P is for?
Pussy.
No, Patricia. It's fucked up. It's my dead grandma. Okay.
That's right.
And on Twitter where I shitpost Motti Comedy, I think it is. But yeah, every last Saturday of every month at Nook in Bushwick is my variety show. Yeah.
Amazing.
Those are my plugs.
Hell yeah. I'm at Ray on the way. And thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.